Hello, this is the continuity to my version of the pilot episode, Megaforce. If you haven't watched that yet, better watch that one first. Basically, the entire series will be similar to Jungle Fury scouting out veteran Power Rangers as the Rangers' mentors. There's a robot parrot, Navi, short for Navigator, that gives the team prophecies on where to find these veteran Rangers and Ranger powers. The fans of the show will know these prophecies, but the Megaforce team have no idea what she meant. The running gag would be the Rangers often running into the Armada while finding the veteran Rangers. Take note, the veteran Ranger cameos are actually projections of Rangers from their respective dimensions. They are like ghosts in this dimension, and they could only access it because they had tapped into the morphin grid in their lives. However, the longer they were a Ranger in the past, the higher chance they could actually take up a physical form in this dimension but still can't morph. Of course, there are a few exceptions, like for example Bulk and Skull, they could actually dimension hop. That's why they appeared in Samurai. Throughout the season, Creepox has a long rivalry between Troy, like Goldar to Tommy. It builds up to the season finale. Creepox taunts Troy a lot, always pestering Troy as a heartless soldier with no soul. Troy has amnesia and it is his journey for self-discovery. He struggles with understanding his humanity, since he was once an Armada elite soldier. This led to some tension between the group while Emma, Noah, and Gosei tries to defuse it. Here's the first prophecy from Navi. The wise wolf ninja of the three-horned beast passed the crystal to the one he deemed worthy. The first cameo from the veteran Ranger would be Billy Cranston from Mighty Morphin and Zeo in the episode Reassurance from Blue. He appears to Noah, who is having troubles in believing in himself as the technician of the team after a few failures with the Gosei Megazord at the beginning. They need some Zords. Noah blamed himself, but Gosei gave him a pep talk to trust himself and his talents. Billy also revealed his journey from zero to hero. Through Billy's inspiration, Noah was able to update the Siak brother Zords for the Megazord. They won gloriously. This was a tribute to Zeo. Billy also gave Noah blueprints to construct a powerful cannon if they ever need another upgrade in their team weapon. Before departing, Billy told the team to watch out for the Machine Empire from Zeo. He said one of the generals of King Mondo has survived, but as a radio signal code echoing through universes. His wavelength may no longer exist in Billy's original universe, but the radio signal certainly has traveled to somewhere. This is a foreshadow. In the next episode called Big Sister, a Warstar Queen Bee used mind control testing to turn the girls against each other. Noah, Jake, and Troy were also enslaved by her. Malcor said he commissioned this experiment so innocents will join the Armada and won't be harmed, but it hasn't been perfected yet. Malcor hates seeing the weak trampled by the strong, and will take in sheep to his shepherd's care. It was also exposited that Malcor basically raised and trained Vrak. Creepox also trained and raised another royalty, but was recruited by Vrak. Navi gave the next prophecy, the pterodactyl warrior who passed the crane powers to the crystal cat that drives. Two cameos from Mighty Morphin, Kimberly Hart and Kat Hillard, appeared to help the girls to reason with each other, which broke the spell. Kimberly Hart and Kat Hillard bestowed to the Rangers the remnant of the Firebird powers, which is powerful enough to fuel Noah's new Zords, the Skyak brothers. In raw form, it is literally a firebird, incinerating enemies, but it takes time to recharge. Gosei congratulated the girls on teamwork. The girls are starting to bond after this incident. Gia and Jake's relationship began to flourish as the two started working out together. The two were trying to control the Land Brothers, a Zord produced by Noah against speeding monsters. Gia was able to mentally concentrate well, but Jake needs help in concentrating. Especially he controls most of the bottom half of the Zord. Jake is absent-minded and easily distracted. Through Gosei and Gia's help, Jake finally was able to put his mind into controlling the speeding Zords through the use of soccer, something Jake was obsessed with since he had landed on Earth. Jake also made Gia fall in love with soccer, and him too. Navi gave another prophecy, Return of the Lionheart of the Night. After hearing the prophecy, the titanium header was taken to battle by Troy after Gosei mentioned it was one of his old antique power-ups. However, it was completely inactive. Troy believes there may be still some use. Titanium header was originally part of Gosei's morpher and is a sentient new form of life. Gosei used to be a ranger, and while time traveling, he lost that morpher piece that was sent back to Earth million years ago. The morpher piece grew into its current stage after absorbing the energies of the morphing grid. Noah found it, but was unable to activate it. It is like in a coma, but filled with potential energy. After finding Metal Alice has been using part of Earth as a dumping ground for her metal soldiers, the Mega Rangers went to confront her. Malkor belittled her for killing Precious' subordinate, which is a waste to him. Only brainless circuits would do something like that. But Metal Alice condescendingly told him he knows nothing about dead weight loss. That's why bugs are so useless in swarms. Turns out, newly produced robots have individual learning computers, giving robots a free range of creativity and produce effective strategies. However, robots who grew to have compassion and mercy was to be executed by Metal Alice herself personally. Malkor received compassion as something important to expand the Empire, but since robots are not of his jurisdiction, he can't intervene. The Rangers confronted Metal Alice and Troy tried to charge the header, but dropped it in the heaps of scrap metal while fighting Metal Alice. Metal Alice retreated after seeing no point in fighting the Mega Rangers, as they are mere insects to her. The Mega Rangers were unable to locate the header. Troy apologized to Gosei, but Gosei forgives him, saying the titanium header will be found again. He has foreseen it. Meanwhile, the titanium header has received residual powers from Metal Alice and the Rangers. It combined the powers and scrap metals together, creating Proto-Titanium Knight. It has memories of Gosei and the Rangers, and the mission to protect the Earth. After destroying a bug monster of the day alongside with the Rangers, it crumbled into pieces, but the Morpher stayed intact. Metal Alice, seeing there is potential in this piece, has a plan and took the titanium header. It's the only source of Gosei's power that could be used against the Rangers for now. After giving the titanium header enough metallic energy beams, Titanium Knight was created. Metal Alice finds the Mute Orgs too destructive and will gain Rack's favor, so Titanium Knight is used as a third party to sabotage Mute Org's experiments. Titanium Knight is given a free range of creativity to think independently, and given an amoral code and neutrally lawful identity. But one of the programs that Metal Alice couldn't override would be protecting the Earth. Metal Alice also used the untapped energy within the header to create Zords. Titanium Knight's main mission is to protect the Earth, and with previous memories wiped out, he is not a robot. When the Rangers talk to Titanium Knight, he shows no interest of joining the Rangers and declared he is made out of scrap metal and AI programming of the Warstar. It has no interest in protecting humanity. Gosei told the Rangers they'll need to persuade the Titanium Knight to be by his side since this is a new life form, not something to be reprogrammed with. The header Gosei knew lives within the Knight, but is now something much more, a third party in the war between the Rangers and the Armada. Titanium Knight is only interested in defending the Earth at first, but later grew to care about humanity and wants to learn more. Similar to a child wanting to understand general basic human emotions and behavior, Gosei instructed Troy to reach out to Titanium Knight because only Troy's seriousness and composure could reach out to him. And also, Gosei knows about Troy's secret. Titanium Knight and Troy grew a close bond through sword fighting, and Titanium Knight taught Troy a special attack which Troy didn't master until much later. Strange enough, Malkor was seen protecting children during Titanium Knight's rampage on destroying an abandoned mutagen-producing facility. Navi gave another prediction: thrice tension in time, trio phytofossils, triumphant triumph. In space, the villains discussed about the new threat Titanium Knight. Malkor suggested to convert Titanium Knight to their side to turn them against the Rangers. Metal Alice was quiet throughout the discussion, because you know what she did. Rack agrees to convert him. To Malkor's surprise, Rack gave the Mute Orgs the mind control blueprints from Queen Bee for the Mute Orgs to perfect it, because bugs are looked down upon in this universe, and Mute Orgs experiments were most effective so far. The Mute Orgs and Metal Alice laughed in Malkor's face after Rack left the meeting. On Earth, Jake doesn't trust Titanium Knight at all. Gosei had a talk with Jake, but he was stubborn. Gia then tried to open up Jake. We learned about the two's past. Gia grew up in a con artist background, and Jake's similar background as a street parlor. Since he was a swindler, it's hard for him to trust people. A few veterans came to speak to Gosei about helping the Megaforce Rangers. Gosei suggested Jake is the only one with enough potential to wield the powers granted by them, but his mind is not in the right place. Through the power of cameo and guidance with Eric Myers and Wesley Collins from Time Force, then later Dr. Tommy Oliver, Connor McKnight, and Trent Fernandez from Dino Thunder, which they appeared in different parts of the three-parter arc, Jake finally overlooked Titanium Knight's differences and decided to join the forces. He led the rescue of Titanium Knight when Vrak and Mute Orgs captured and tried to reprogram him. Metal Alice aided the Rangers from the shadows, so her Titanium Knight could sabotage as many Mute Org missions as possible. Seeing Jake's behavior and potential in him, the veteran Rangers decided Jake's heart and body has enough strength and righteousness to wield the power they are about to produce. the Quantum Flyer project, which is seen in the next season. Only the blueprints of the Zords were seen. When the Zord is ready for him, the Ranger powers will call out to Jake. The reason why the other Rangers are unable to control the Zord, because Jake nearly telekinetically controls half of the Megazord. Other Rangers are unable to. Even Troy needs Noah and Emma to help him telekinetically control the top half of the Zord. Titanium Knight and Jake's personalities are very different. Titanium Knight prefers a direct approach, while Jake takes an indirect approach to solve the same goals, which may look silly and goofing off. Titanium Knight once called Jake a fool, but after listening to Gosei and seeing how Jake's methods work, his mind changed. Jake's way might be much harder, but he'd go through as much obstacles as possible in order to save people, while Titanium Knight's regards on the ends justifies the means. Titanium Knight started to see the importance of human lives, seeing how humans interact with each other and the environment. Titanium Knight sees Jake play the fool to hide the warrior's pain. At the end, the two came to each other's differences and were able to team up. When you thought the Sentai lines of toys in SH Figuarts stopped, it has been resurrected by my friend King Ranger Props. He makes all these awesome figure arts, custom costumes and props too. Please check him out. All this stuff are created by him. When I first saw these figures, I can't believe they are not created by Bandai or any of the official companies. In my humble opinion, I consider the figures created by King Ranger the genuine article as well as any of the official releases. Go to his page in the links in the description and follow him.